Hi everyone, my name is Parker Latham. Today we're doing this tutorial of how to learn crew guidance. Some of you do not know what it is, but we're gonna play it as on my Switch game. Today's game we're gonna play to learn about them is Super Mario Maker 2, which is on the Switch. So we're just gonna move there, hit that. So you see we're on the Super Mario 3D World game style, but then hit the plus button to go there, and then hit there. So you see here we have Yamura's dojo, and there's a picture of Yamura. He's a pigeon. So we have Mario's moves, and here's it of Super Mario Brothers. Here's it with the Sue Celesteau, Drybone Shell, Lake Tooth Cloud, and Koopa Clown Car, and in the basics. And Link, Swing Short, Dash Attack, Down Thrust, Shoot Arrow, Ready Bomb, and Throw Bomb, and then Place Bomb, and then Raise Shield. Super Mario Bros. 2 Mario, Pick Up, Hit while tilting, hit Throw, Release Y, Charge Jump, hit B after holding down for a bit. Now we're gonna head on to Super Mario Bros. 3. Here's the basics. The Buzzy Shell and Spiny Shell. The Shoe and Celesteau and Lake Tooth Cloud and Koopa Clown Car. Raccoon Mario. Tail Whip. Dashing until arms extend, then press repeatedly. Press repeatedly after flying in the air. The Frog Mario. Swim, you hold around, swim quickly, swim while holding right, then run across the surface while holding something, dash until P meters full. That's about it for the frog suit. Now to Super Mario World. Basics, Spiny Shell, Lake 2, Yoshi, Cape Mario, Balloon Mario. That's it. Now for my favorite one, New Super Mario Bros. U. Basics, Buzzy Shell, Lake 2, Yoshi, Propeller Mario, and Flying Squirrel Mario. Now for the new one that just came out in this game style, Super Mario 3D World. The courses you'll make will top up a team them because there are things you can do here that you can't do in any other styles. The Koopa Trooper Car, Cat Mario, the Boomerang, the Cannon Box, Propeller Box, Goomba Mask, Bullet Bill Mask, the Red Power Box. Now it's time to head to Yamura's things to his tutorials. First up, we're gonna do some themes. Then we're gonna do some feedback. So now it's time to head over there. And here's Yamura with his tutorials. And Nina, his assistant. So close, it's Yamura, which is very funny. Yay! He made it from the course. So what did you think of the course? Let's see. The part when I had to jump across all of those tiny platforms was pretty tough. Coo? You mean this part? Yeah, if I wasn't a world-class Mario player, I wouldn't have made it. Right, Coo. Right, world-class. I put those tiny platforms together so the player can use the small drops to hop across them. One more thing. The part where I had to go to the second half where you had to break all those blocks was to events. Coo. Hold on, I'll move to that spot. If I didn't have to get that super mushroom and I jumped to that semi-solid platform ride while I was still small Mario, I have gotten stuck forever. Good catch. I need to fix that. Coo. This is precisely why it's good to have other people play your course and give you feedback. Coo. Feedback is from other players makes your course better. Yeah, other players will never fail to notice the things you didn't see yourself. Everyone has blind spots. Coo. When you think you're done with the course, ask your family or friend to play it and tell what they think. And be sure to thank for them. Isn't that right, Tadabiki? Oh, come on. That is a very funny thing. So we're gonna exit out of there and go to a new one. Next up is fixing mistakes. Sometimes during testing course, you notice that something isn't right. Yeah, like always, all the time, but I always had to fix it right away. So let's talk about ways to fix mistakes. First, please play this area, Nina. I'm all over it. So now it's time to see Mario. See, here comes a funny part. Hey, the dash button on this controller is busted. There's no way I can make that jump. Yes, I salvaged your controller for demonstration purposes. This gap is too wide for you to jump over. So how do you think we can fix this problem, Nina? You can start buying me a new controller. Or we can just make the gap smaller. Here's Yamura fixing that mistake. And testing it. Yay! Mario made it! Testing each section and fixing it as you go the way to improve your course. When you come across a problem in your course, try fixing it in multiple ways to find a solution. Erasing it again and making a new part. A new variety. Yeah, I still think fixing my controller is the best solution. Seriously, I just bought this thing. Indeed, every problem has multiple solutions. Watch this lesson again. No. Next up is the themes. There's something very funny in this one. Themes. As you place parts in your course, there are many things you want to keep in mind. But before we get into that, we're going to have Nina play this course. Okay. Look at that nasty guy. Smash the swamp. Look at how many course parts he has. And it's a card. Why do you hate me? For demonstration purposes, as you see, this area is just packed with no rhyme or reason. It's obvious that the maker of this course didn't have a clear vision, and they mistook the difficulty for a challenge. I know what you mean. Sometimes I'm making a hop in every. I know what you mean. Sometimes when I'm making a level, I just want to have stuff in every idea that pops into my head. Putting too many ideas in your course is an easy mistake to make. Chows can be fun, but only there's a purpose behind it. Yeah, whichever bird I make, this level makes me bad. Yes, this course certainly seems like to lack a theme. If you want to challenge the player, try to pinpoint a specific skill. I don't know how to say that word, but I'm gonna a skill of what they want to demonstrate, and use only parts that will fit into your course. That is an interesting way of thinking about it. Let's look at another example. Look at this thing, guys. I used a Goomba theme for this course. You can make an entire course based on a single enemy if you want. Try to limit yourself to a few parts and find creative ways to use them. No. Let's head out to the internet place. Now we're going to learn about satisfying destinations, which that means. Crew guidance means successful, satisfying destinations. Like when you drive a car, you can make it you can drive over to your destination. In this lesson, we'll cover how to draw attention to the areas of interest in your courses. Do you see those coins up there, Lena? They look shiny, don't they? Coins? Wait, no. Stay strong, Nina. Perhaps I'll just sweeten up the pot. Sorry, it is raining also. I've added a block. Let's watch and see how Nina reacts. Or depending on coins in a block. I must have them. Place in a block in a spot like this turns into this platform as into a destination. Now let's take a look at this next area. There are two different paths of equal width. Which one do you think you should take? They both look the same to me, so they probably just pick one randomly. But what if they look like this? It seems like the narrow path might be hiding something. When making two branching paths, we tend to make them both the same size. But with different widths, the player will choose the one that catches their eye instead of choosing randomly. Last but not least, tell me what you see here. Well, I want to climb up those cloud blocks, but not go up to the right. I'm also curious about the hidden blocks hiding those little holes. Good. I created those features to draw the player's interest. Now we almost know about creating satisfying destinations. You can place all sorts of enemies and objects onto your way to the goal. But by creating a little spots into your curious creators, you can get them to explore a variety of paths. That keeps your course becoming linear in journeys from point A to point B. Hey Yamura, if I want to check out that hole down to the left, I'll be able to get back. Good catch. I'll need to fix that. Yeah, Nina does think Yamura is a sick pigeon. Exiting out. Let's see some auto scroll destination tips. Auto scroll tips. Okay. Tell the good people about auto scroll, Mr. Y. Normally, the screen will scroll to match Mario's movement through the course. But if you turn on auto scroll, the screen scrolls automatically regarding Mario's movement. And the person making the level can decide the direction and speed the automatic scrolling. What that means for the player is that they can't let Mario stand in the same spot for too long. Auto scroll courses tend to make the player sweat a little bit. There are a few things you should keep in mind when you are crafting an auto scrolling course. Give this a try, Nina. Here goes nothing. Here goes nothing. And it's a real auto scroll course. Don't you think you like it, you guys?
Oh no!
Nope, you don't like it. Yeah, I got sucker punched by that Goomba on the right side of the screen. That does seem a little stupid. Yes, the Goomba appeared on the screen and ran into the Mario almost immediately. The screen won't scroll based Mario's movement, making some enemies harder to avoid. Can you make it so it doesn't happen? There's no perfect way to prevent it. You just have to have hope that the player has a strong self-preservation instinct. That said, there are ways that you can warn the player that there's something dangerous ahead. Here's another thing. First, you can adjust the terrain. Well, let's check this thing out. That was raining Goombas. Mario sure has to prevent that. 4 jumps. He gets a 400. I placed an enemy in a location where Mario can't reach the main and run into him right away. This makes the enemy easier to spot before it gets too close to Mario. Here's another trick. That is very satisfying and exciting. If I see coins about to slip off the screen in an auto-scroller, you might run and grab them, right? Try to have enemies come onto the screen while the players off grabbing the coins. Huh? They were enemies or not? I was blinded and transfixed by the coins! Such simple creatures. That's the end. Now we're gonna head over to the water level screen. As you see, we're in a different course theme. Forest. You might not always know that changing the forest course theme allows you to change the water level. I knew that, but I haven't really figured out a good way to use it. Well then, let's dive right in. Let's go scuba diving. Let's scuba dive with Yamura. Cool. So you can have both platforming and gameplay and swimming gameplay at the same level. Yes, water level allows you to cover both kinds of gameplay, but don't overthink it. Let's start with something easy. Give this part a try, you know? Here we go. Heard some thunder because there's a storm. There's a little shower. Try to create an area that feels like swimming through a lake in the forest. I really like the atmosphere that you humped up to the difficulty by adding some enemies. Alright, let's continue. The water level features allow you to raise and lower the surface of the water like a wave. That's just like surfing. That is magic, don't you think, guys? Now on to that part. The spike trap at the bottom means that you can't move forward until the water level rises. And once the water comes up, you can grab those delicious coins and you can't reach them from the ground. Some enemies Some enemies change their behavior when submerged in water, so keep that in mind. And this feature isn't limited to forests. You can change the lava You can change the lava level on the castle courses. See, here's the lava level. When you change the course to Fancy Castle, the water automatically turns into boiling hot lava. That's right, Nina. Why don't you demonstrate? There goes the Goombas. They have died in the magma. In the very boiling hot magma. My palms are all sweaty. I think I might need a short circuit in my controller. Yes, forcing the player to stay safe while the lava rises is a great way to make them sweat. There are also enemies that can pop out of the lava to attack Mario. Use a few of those to turn up the heat. You must keep that in mind. Next up, we're going to go to the events and freeform making. I don't really know what that means really, but Yammer's got them out. Mr. Y, what do you mean by freeform making? If you just build the first thing that pops into your head, your level will turn into a big mess. That's a real danger. But let's make something and find out. Time to get creative. This wall is kind of thick. Maybe I'll fix it. Good call. I'll just play this part myself. Maybe the slip makes it too easy. Are you trying to make your level really hard? Let's try this. A swinging claw. This thing is obsessed of lifting up Mario into other platforms. Ooh, isn't that swinging claw so that players can get up to that platform on the right? Ah, this will be interesting. A Bill Blaster. What do you mean this will be interesting? Aren't you trying to get Mario onto the platform on the top right? Maybe not. Why aren't you answering me? You're just adding and deleting parts. I'm freeform making. What? What does that even mean? Nina does not even know what Nina means. Can you tell Nina in the comments below what freeform means? Freeform course making is an act of experimenting with different gameplay ideas without worrying about the big picture. When you start making a course, you don't always have to think of the end product. Experimentation often leads into the best ideas. Ooh, so So freeform making means that you're trying to make a bunch of ideas without worrying about getting Mario into the other end of the level. Yes, just keep trying to nuance things, and then later you can worry about where you where there aren't any dead ideas. Excuse me. If the course is too difficult, and so on. When you build whatever you want to try and play through it, you'll find new ways to use Mario. It'll also help you new ways to use parts. Wait, but there weren't any. Wait, but you were saying earlier that you need to have a specific vision of when building your level. In the end, yes. But if you're struggling to come up with new ideas, freeform building is helpful. Don't forget, the most important thing is to have fun. Stressing about following rules doesn't help anyone. You're the most enlightened bird I've ever met. That is very nice of Nina. For the last time, no! Now we're gonna try, does the way forward always need to be clear? That is very long sentence. When making a course, you should usually make sure that the player knows what you do next. What you need to do next. Puzzles are great, but at least give the player a hint. Sometimes finding the path forward can lead to interesting experiences. Allow me to explain. In this area, there isn't anywhere Mario can stand if you go to the right, so it isn't going to clear out to advance. Since you cannot go to the right, Since you cannot go to the right, I'll try jumping and see if you can find something. Indeed, that's what players tend to do, Nina. Nina, try this section. Here I go! 1 point, 2, 3, and a 4. One more thing you have not found, this 5th one. By placing a coin there, I'll make it easier for the player to find the hidden block. Yeah, it's the worst when they can expect you to find a hidden block without any clues. Let's look at one last example. You're up, Nina. The propeller mushroom. Not quite. But now it is. Here I made it so the player can't see the path ahead unless they transform into Propeller Mario. I couldn't go to the right, so I used the Propeller Mario to rocket upward. Then I saw the platform. These techniques allow you to make a game out of finding the next platform, which can be fun. No! Why do I always have to hit this? Hit exit. We're gonna do this and then this one and then this one. First we're gonna do this one, then this one, then this one, and then we'll be done with our tutorial of guide experiences. So hit creating satisfying experiences. And I'm also tired of seeing of saying stuff and sitting down in my horrible dad's chair. But I will talk in this lesson. We'll talk about about making of Mario's basic actions: moving, dashing, and jumping. Play away, Nina. Okie dokie. Interesting course that he has gone there. Dashing. Up until this point of the course, Nina, we have Mario running, jumping across fairly flat platforms. But in this next section, I've added some more vertically and place a few enemies. Please continue, Nina. Some coins, some spike caps. This section is very jumpy. Like, boy,
Okay,
boy. The second half was really jumpy. Indeed it was. In the second half, I wanted to let Mario do some big, satisfying jumps. That's always fun. Jumping through the last half felt really natural. Yes, I used the terrain and coins to make it clear to the player that they exactly need to do. This is especially important if you're expecting the player to dash at full speed. Interesting. I didn't feel good to run fast and nail through the first try. I usually make my levels a little harder though. To each of their own. For me, satisfaction is more important than overcoming difficulty. On to our two last things. Jotting down course ideas on paper, and then how to be a better maker. Jotting down course ideas on paper. Coming up with unique game ideas is one thing, but it can't be difficult to figure out where exactly to fit in your course. If you're having trouble, try putting your ideas on paper before you start building your course. Are those some of your ideas you have been thinking about? Yes, those two drawings in the red circles near the top are some ideas I had recently. Nice! I see you drawn some terrain and enemies. While I was drawing them, I'm trying to imagine what kinds of things the player might do in this area. So are you going to use your course and to make the level in the game? Of course! Though it can't be tough to translate from paper to the game at once. I'll need to test the course constantly and revise it little by little. I recommend you divide the course into sections and work on them one at a time. Now the big rectangle, the part outlined here in the red is the course that is the general shape of it. This is a diagram of the course I'd like to make, and once I finish the one I'm working on down. Wow, you're so organized, creating blueprints and junk. It all starts with thinking about where you plug into a single gameplay and then think of them going from there. While you're working on probably think of your ideas from other courses. That happens a lot. That happens to me a lot. Like I'll be working on a level and I come to a crossroad. I want to take all of the paths, but I can only choose one. But you don't have to lose your other ideas. Try to put them down as soon as you think you them. You could also save copies of your level to explore different ideas. Yes, the more ideas you write down to try out, the more inspiration you'll find out in the future. I really gotta start keeping a pen and paper nearby when I play. Now for our last one. That is like 1 minute or something. How to be a better maker. Also, I want to try this extra one called When You Can't Just Finish a Course. In this lesson, I'll show you some various course creation techniques related to power-ups. What kind of level are you making? I think the best course of action is to go back to the basics. Good idea, Yams. You're so level-headed. You'll see that I placed a block in just a ways of after starting point. Let's drop a super mushroom inside of it. There we go, a super mushroom. Now Nina has to play it. What an interesting course that he has gotten there. Don't you think, you guys? A small Mario one hit from another enemy and the player would have to start over. You're giving a Mario up power up to prevent that from happening. Precisely. Let's move on to the next section. Now it's this part. A fire flower. This time I placed a fire flower inside the block. Now let's increase the number of enemies after this point. This is pretty interesting that he's forgotten there. Why do you think I increased the number of enemies, Nina? Once the player becomes Fire Mario, they'll want to roast some baddies. Defeating a bunch of enemies with fire bars is very satisfying. Now on to the final part of my thing. I'll place one more fire flower, one last fire flower near the middle of the course. Why won't we put another fire flower here? The player might have to gotten bit by this point, so maybe there'll be small Mario again. And completing a level full of enemies as small Mario may be tough. So you're giving them as a second chance to turn up the heat as Fire Mario, right? Exactly. Exactly. It's hard to relax when you're playing as small Mario. I added some spinies to the second half of the course and to make it a bit more difficult. Why do you think I use Spinies instead of a different enemy? You can't defeat Spinies with fire bars, but you can jump on them. It makes it a lot difficult for anyone playing as Small Mario or Super Mario. Right again. Players feel good when they have the right tools for the job. The moral of the story is that power-ups have a big effect on the difficulty of the course. I got the level of your Yamura. I got a level with Yamura. I pretty much knew of all of that. Well, I appreciate you allowing the course to run its course anyway. Not at all! Well, of course, I am a course instructor after all. That is our last one, but we're gonna do an extra one as well to come this to an end. When you can't just finish a course. Hey Yamura, I've been making this level for a while, but I don't think it's done yet. I'm not sure what to do. Will you play this through me and tell me what you think? Sure. Look at this weird course. Throwing Spinies, sliced stuff, skewers, look at how much Nina has how many ideas Nina has popped into her head. Lumps, hard stuff. To be honest, it feels like you have a little bit of... To be honest, it feels like it's a little bit all over the place. I think you've crammed too many ideas into the same course. Yeah, I wasn't afraid of that. But it's nothing that can be fixed. First, you should figure out which enemies and core gameplay ideas you want to focus on. Once you do that, you can cut down the number of other enemies and competing ideas. Feels like I have all of my work has gone into a waste. Nina is very sad. How can we help her? Type in the comments below how to help her. I know how that feels to make this better, and you'll always know how to put those ideas into another course. That's really sad. One strategy is to put some limits on yourself before you even start making a course. Like what sorts of limits? Like the length of the course. Which parts will you use? How you want the player to feel? That sort of thing. Setting boundaries may take the pressure off and allow you to focus. But what if I come up with an amazing idea that doesn't fit the rules I've set myself? As I said, save the idea for later and use it and use it into a different course. Won't boundaries limit my creativity? On the contrary, working inside the boundaries often leads to the most creative solutions. It forces you to innovate. Too much freedom often leads to more ideas instead of better ideas. And all of those ideas that put you in prevented of your finishing right. Right, Nina? Yeah, I guess you're right. When I first started making this level, I was just focused on making it and fun to play. Right, but once you run out of simple ideas, you'll start looking for more complex. Complex courses often hard to finish into a satisfying way. So try giving yourself some limits to work within. It may be just what you need to start in voting, or depending on what you have to say. And that is the end of our stuff. Nice work. So we're just gonna close out of that. And look at these other games I have. Animal Crossing New Horizons, what just came out. Luigi's Mansion 3, Super Mario Odyssey, Super Smash Bros. Unlimited, New Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe, Rocket League, Giselle, the Nintendo Labo Toy Robot Kit, the Nintendo Entertainment System, Super Nintendo Entertainment System, which on the Nintendo Switch, online. And this on the Nintendo Switch online. So now we just closed out of those things. And nice work. I hope nice work, guys. We learned all of the things we have done. We have learned all of our things. We have learned all of our things that we have learned about crew guidance from Yammer's Dojo and Super Mario Maker 2. Huge shout out to the Japanese guys who have worked make this wonderful Yammer's Dojo with the producers of the Japanese guys who have worked at the special place of Nintendo in Tokyo, which is located in the largest city in the world, Tokyo, Japan, which is also the capital of Japan. I hope you enjoyed this video of crew guidance. If you do like it, if you want to get more updates of elevator tutorials, please subscribe to my channel and leave a comment below if you liked it. This seemed like a perfect thing to show what it was like to show what a crew guidance would be. We have made over 5 or 6 tutorials, which I'm very excited about, and I've got one subscriber it was a man who has he has subscribed today, which I was very happy about. So I hope you subscribe and to my channel and leave a comment below if you liked it. See you later for our 7th tutorial or 6th tutorial. Bye.